Hey, Kim Commando here. Right after today's Daily Tech Update, I've got the inside scoop and some serious tech smarts coming your way next, and you don't want to miss that. I'm hopping onto the Mark Aram Show on 95.5 WSB to break down the latest headlines. Every single day, people ask AI about legal issues, their health, love life, politics, car trouble, literally everything you can imagine. And to a large degree, AI does give reliable advice. But if you're using it for financial advice, you're also asking for big trouble. I'm Kim Commando for LinkedIn. For small businesses, every hire matters. Get $100 off your first job post with LinkedIn Hiring Pro at linkedin.com/Kim. The Wall Street Journal quotes Dr. Andrew Lo, an MIT Sloan School of Management professor. He found ChatGPT, Gemini, and all the others are unsuitable for financial advice because real-life financial advisors are known as fiduciaries. They have a legal obligation to put you first and their profits second. Still, 2/3 of us ask chatbots for financial guidance, and more than half admit they've made a bad money move because of it. AI bots are completely devoid of empathy. People who are like that, well, we call them psychopaths. Join almost 1 million folks who get my free newsletter every day. You're going to love it at getkim.com. At least 2 times a month, I bring the latest tech scoop to the Mark Aram Show. We always cover the tech that impacts your life. So if you missed us live in Atlanta on WSB, don't worry. We've got it right here for you. So let's dive right into the conversation.
The world moves fast. Your workday, even faster. Pitching products, drafting reports, analyzing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work. Built into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Microsoft 365 apps you use. Helping you quickly write, analyze, create, and summarize. So you can cut through clutter and clear a path to your best work. Learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot.
She's a lady.
Continue our team coverage of the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. Earlier in the show, we went live to Tucson and talked to ABC's Aaron Katersky. Now joining us, also in Arizona, our good buddy Kim Commando. Hey, Kim, good morning.
Hey, thanks for having me.
How far, without giving us your exact coordinates, how far are you away from Tucson?
About an hour and 15 minutes. I'm actually in Phoenix.
Big story, though, in Phoenix still,
sure.
I would imagine,
Oh,
too.
yeah, for sure. It's, Savannah Guthrie is a household name, right? And
Absolutely.
it's just disheartening because so many of us have our parents are older, same age, living alone, self-sufficient, and it's something that really hits a lot of us. And even if your parents have passed, you think like, oh my gosh, how would I be handling this?
Yeah. Oh, I had the conversation with my wife for sure. If one of us were kidnapped, and I told her I'd pay whatever ransom they asked, and she said, "What if you're kidnapped?" I said, 10,000 at the most. Don't budge. 10,000 is the most to pay back for me. But the big break in the story yesterday was that video footage that was released. Technologically, how did the feds get that video?
Well, this is really interesting. I mean, it's a Google Nest camera. I mean, you see the logo on the videos when you see it. And it's a high-def surveillance camera, and it captured this mass suspect even after the front door camera was disabled. And this is also another interesting part about this, is that Nancy Guthrie was not paying the monthly fee. Okay, so how did they retain all of this footage? Well, even though you don't have a subscription, it doesn't mean that it's not being recorded and it's not being sent to the cloud. And so a lot of people don't realize that. So tech is really making this case solvable. Of course, we have the videos. License plate readers all across Tucson are scanning every vehicle that moved. You have cell phone tower data, phone identifiers that can actually pinpoint devices that were near her home during these critical hours. And don't forget, we have the $6 million Bitcoin ransom demand. And that's actually really a gift for investigators because blockchain forensics, the moment that a crypto wallet address appears, that money can be tracked in real time. And every transaction leaves a digital trail. And then another piece of tech is that investigators are also collecting DNA swabs from Nancy's landscaper, pool cleaner, person who did the roof, which I thought was really fascinating that the neighbor pointed out that there was a camera on the roof. And the neighbor also pointed out to investigators that having a white roof in Arizona is very strange.
Really interesting. So go back to the Google Nest. So subscription not paid, but the camera's still rolling, and obviously recorded that invaluable suspect video. What process did the FBI, do we know, that had to go to Google, or did Google reach out to the FBI and say, "Hey, we were rolling on this, by the way"?
I understand that Google actually reached out and
Okay.
said that Guthrie was a subscriber, and we do have the footage, and we're happy to turn it over. And also, when you look at that footage, it's so alarming and disheartening, because your heart just is saying, like, oh my gosh, this poor woman. But he thought that he, by taking some foliage, that would wouldn't show him. Well, he already, think about this, on the video, he already showed up, his height, his weight. He turned around in a 360. So any AI can say, oh, this is what this guy looks like. This is how tall he is. This is what he weighs. Based upon the facial hair and the ski mask, AI can go in and say this is what this person really looks like.
Now, would the FBI and the local authorities there in Tucson be able to maybe, just look at every single, you mentioned technology available, license plate readers, but, security cameras or DOT cameras, and get a general idea of what vehicles were in the area at the general time of the abduction?
For sure, 100%. Now, there is something, I don't know. Have you heard about the Cessna Caravan?
No.
Okay. A Cessna Caravan is a fixed-wing single-engine plane. Pima County, that's the county that Tucson's in, they actually have two. They're pretty pricey, $3.75 million each. In the Cessna Caravans, though, the reason why they're so expensive is it has very high-tech equipment in this plane that can detect heat patterns. It can also read license plates. It does thermal imaging. If somebody has driven across the desert, it can see where the dust has been, so to speak.
Wow.
And it can fly 5 to 6 hours without needing any fuel. Tucson, the sheriff there, got in a squabble with the airline pilot 3 days before Guthrie's abduction, and put the pilot on street duty. And they don't say what the squabble was about. And the guy on street duty says, hey, listen, you know what? I'm the only guy who can fly this plane at night. So you really should just keep me flying around this plane at night. And he's like, no. So all this is coming out that had this guy been on duty, that they would have had even more tech evidence. But because this guy was on street duty and not flying the plane, they don't have anything.
Yeesh, yikes. Speaking of planes, we got spring break coming up just around the corner. When, Kim, should we start booking our spring break flights?
Today. Okay.
Oh, all right.
Today.
Yes.
This is the cheapest window for domestic spring break flights. It's about 43 days before departure.
Okay.
And so if you're looking at spring break for late March, it's this week. Now, if you wait a couple of weeks, late February, prices are going to jump as much as 25%. And that's just cash walking out the door. You want to fly on Tuesday, Wednesdays, or Saturdays because you're going to save up to 30%. What you can do is set Google Flight Alerts. But do we have time for just a quick story about this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. This is a crazy story. This woman found a cruise consultant online who booked her family a week on Carnival Freedom. It was a great price. The catch was the consultant agent only accepted Zelle. So she sent him about $3,500. The family sailed the Western Caribbean. They had gorgeous sunsets. They had wonderful memories. And then she's like, you know what? Let's do it again. Everybody's like, yeah, Mom, let's do it again. 5 years later, she tried to book another cruise. And Carnival said, no, you're on the do not sail list. It turns out that consultant pocketed the Zelle cash, then used a stolen credit card to book the trip. And when the real card holder disputed the charge, she got the blame. So now she owes Carnival $3,500 for the trip that she already paid for, and she's banned for life. And of course, the scammers, we don't know what happened to that person.
Wow. Well, at least they got to go on the cruise.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh, that's gross. All right. So I'm trying to determine where Maya and I are going to go for spring break. I'm leaning Vegas. So a book today, fly Tuesday, come back Saturday. That's probably the best.
That's it.
The cheapest.
Yeah. When you're in Vegas, you have to go to the Sphere.
Yeah, Maya went for was it the Backstreet Boys? Yeah. Well, I'll see who's playing. That's going to be more expensive than the flight. The tickets
Probably.
to the
Oh my
sphere.
gosh, it is. I expect to pay $400 or $500 a seat. It's crazy.
Yeah, unbelievable. All right, hey Kim, great insight on the Guthrie story, technologically wise, fantastic stuff. You want to send folks to your website, your newsletter? Where can we direct them?
Oh yeah, I have the February cash grab. So every day, somebody who gets my free newsletter is going to win $250 every
Grab
single day.
that cash.
Yes, and so it's winfromkim.com.
Winfromkim.com. Kim, great stuff.
You got it.
Thank you so much, my
Thanks,
friend.
Mark. Hey, if you love staying tech ahead, then you're going to love. I'm talking about my free newsletter called The Current. Join almost 1 million folks who get it every single day. It's quick, smart, and only takes 5 minutes a day. Yes. Sign up right now at getkim.com. That's getkim.com.